Hello guys, gals, non-binary pals, and waterfowls. It's me, Big Mike, and today we're stepping back into the world of UAPs or UFOs. Over the past month or so, I put out a few videos on the subject of UAPs and nuclear sites, and we're returning to that subject today. The phenomenon of UAP activity around nuclear sites is one that some claim goes back all the way to the 1930s, and it's one that has been reported all over the world, from the United States and Canada to the Ukraine and Japan, and as we shall soon see, in India too. So full disclaimer here, fam, this story has about a 5-minute video that goes along with it. I'm not sure how much, if any, I'll be able to show in the actual video. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to get past the YouTube's copyright system, if I even have any issues doing so at all. So if you don't see any of that video in this video, that's why. The Kundankulam Nuclear Power Plant in India has become a hotbed of UAP activity. Indian Police Service investigator Syed Abdul Kadir reported seeing odd lights in the sky over the facility more than 10 separate times last summer, with some sources even indicating that these 10 times occurred within a single month. Kadir shared 2 videos with Daily Mail which depict the objects zigzagging above the plant. Hopefully this is what you're seeing in the background as I'm speaking. Due to the nature of the footage, it's difficult to discern the shape, size, and speed of these unknown objects. However, the videos do depict them moving in unusual ways while at the altitude of an airplane. It's shaking when it's moving. It's going up and down, the confused cop narrates in one video, watching the UFO's bizarre and apparently non-aerodynamic maneuvers. The way it's moving, this can never be an airplane, he says in the video. It's in a southern direction, Kadir told his wife during the August 8th sighting. It's standing or hovering in the direction of the Kundankulam Nuclear Power Plant. It's always coming at this time, when it's not too dark nor too bright. I've seen this many times, Kadir's wife can be heard saying in the video. So what is this object? While it's difficult to say what it is, there are normal celestial objects that can be ruled out. In similar sightings, astronomical objects such as the third brightest object in the sky, the planet Venus, the planets Jupiter and Mercury, as well as the star Sirius, have been misidentified as UAP. However, in Kadir's August 8th video, filmed at dusk, 7:30 p.m. local time, the eastern direction of the UFO at sunset refutes the notion that a common bright planet or star could explain the mystery's eerie glow. A sky map for that night and time geolocated to the Kadir's hometown of Tirunelveli via the skylive.com shows that Venus was completely obscured below the western horizon and below the sunset. Most other bright stars and planets were also not in the eastern sky at that moment. Activity in the region. This incident is just one set of occurrences of a larger pattern from the region. Throughout the weeks of July and August, other sightings have been reported up the east coast of India along the Neelankarai-Mahabalipuram shoreline. That region is home to the Madras Atomic Power Station, MAPS, in Kalapakam. Kadir said most of the time the UFO was either coming from the direction of the Kundankulam Nuclear Power Plant, going towards it, or stationary in that direction. He also mentioned that the UFOs were sometimes spotted hovering above the nearby Indian Space Research Organization's propulsion complex, which is located alongside the mountainous Mahendragiri Hill in the state of Tamil Nadu. The Indian Space Research Organization's propulsion complex tests cryogenically stored rocket fuel among its other space program duties. Why is this happening? Sabir Hussain, one of the most respected UFO investigators in India and the director of the Indian Society for UFO Studies, believes that aliens are trying to communicate an anti-nuclear message to the Indian government. He believed that's why communication was lost between the Indian Space Research Organization and its Chandrayaan-2's Vikram lander in 2019. The extraterrestrials have sent a message to the Indian government to get rid of your nukes before you explore other worlds, Hussein told the Deccan Chronicle. You will not be allowed to land on the moon unless they decide to allow you to, he said. My faults. All of this is a bit of a mixed bag for me. In regards to the actual occurrence itself, I have no issue saying it's the same thing that occurred at the numerous other nuclear sites we have looked at in my recent videos, whatever they may be. The shape seems in line with like what we saw in places like Fukushima. And the movements are similar to what we saw at the Savannah River plant in South Carolina. As a reminder, the objects in the Savannah River plant moved in the following manner. All of the objects were allegedly traveling at a high rate of speed and at a high altitude without any noise. The objects were weaving from left to right, but seemed to hold a general course. And here, with the zigzagging of the objects in this story, the movements of both of these seem to give the impression that whatever's going on here is not something natural, like swamp gas or St. Elmo's fire, but rather some sort of intelligence. The part of all of this I take an issue with is the explanation by Sabir Hussain of why this is going on. In my video, UAPs or UFOs and Nuclear Sites and Illustrative History, I give 4 stances on why this is happening. Based on what I know about Sabir Hussain's opinion of this, he would fall into either that they are benevolent or they are neutral camps. I can't be exactly sure which he is, however. Just a quick recap, the benevolent position holds they care about us and want to help us. While the neutral one can go in a couple of different directions, I think the one that is relevant here is that they don't care about us one way or the other, but they do care about the planet or our natural resources, and they want to prevent us from doing anything to damage it seriously. But regardless of which one of these he'd actually fall into, I personally would hold off on casting any such judgment. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Notions that these things, considering they really are non-human intelligence, want to help us, harm us, or get in communication with us, may very well be purely human or earthling constructs we are projecting onto them. And that's really my issue with this take, though I'd love to know how he came to those conclusions exactly. Unfortunately, the article I used in doing my research for this situation leaves much to be desired on explaining how he came to this conclusion. So I would really love to know more about that. And with that, that's really all I have to say about this situation. This story kind of came out of left field for me. And so I'm not really sure if it's going to go anywhere or not. But you best believe, fam, Big Mike is going to be keeping a close eye on this one. And with that, we'll call the video proper here. Welcome back to another Big Mike Inslate, fam. The part of the video that's not really part of the video, where it's all unscripted, 100% all natural Doug Daddy, baby. So I got quite a few things I want to talk about with you lovely guys, gals, non-binary pals, and waterfowls today. So first and foremost, I'm coming towards the end of my in real life busy season. Now, if you don't follow me on Twitter, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But in my in real life busy season, I'm quite busy, as the name suggests, in my real life. And this is something that happens every year for about a month or two. And so I tend to take, in the past at least, I used to take this time off from YouTubing. But this year I decided to stick it out. But the whole reason I'm bringing this up is because usually, for me, the end of my busy season usually marks the start of my hardcore gaming season, which runs until November or December, which in turn is going to mean you're likely going to see more gaming content on my channel in the coming months. Secondly, I've received enough letters or enough mail or messages for my mailbag video. However, if you would still like to send me a message to read, there's still time. I'll put an email address in the description below where you can shoot me a message. Also, you can send me a DM on Twitter. You can tell me things you like about me, or you can send me fan mail. You can tell me things you hate about me. You can send me hate mail. You can ask me questions you like to hear. You can tell me your opinion on topics that I'm interested in or I absolutely have no idea about. And you can ask for my opinion on said topic too. But regardless of which one of these or if any you choose to do, just keep the following guidelines in mind. Make sure it's kosher under the terms of service of YouTube. Because I will be reading these out loud, and I'm not going to read anything that's going to hurt my channel. Secondly, nothing that's going to dox me. All right. And thirdly, nothing that's going to get me canceled. So if with those three things in mind, you can tell me whatever you want, fam. And the last thing I want to bring up is that the anime video is still going to happen. It was supposed to happen this week. However, this news story dropped. And so I decided to push it back. And I'm shooting for it to come out this coming week. But again, it's going to depend on if any news story in any of the areas that I follow happens. I don't think it will. I think the video should come out as normal this coming week. But anything's really possible. Like, I wasn't really expecting this story that I covered today to happen. So, anything is possible, fam. And that's really all I had to talk about here. So, special thanks to Fran, who does a wonderful job of doing my art. She's coming back to Twitter really, really soon, if she hasn't already by the time this video has come out. So please give her a follow, and if you're looking to get any kind of art done, I highly recommend giving her a commission, because she is a phenomenal artist to work with, and she's just an all-around great person. I guarantee you will be satisfied, fam. Also, special thanks to all of my friends on Twitter. I wouldn't be here without you all. And a special thank you to all of you for watching this video. Please like this video if you like it. Dislike it if you dislike it. But if you want to be really cool about disliking my video, please comment below and tell me what you disliked about it so I can improve myself further. But regardless of how you feel, comment below and let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you, fam. I really can't stress enough just how happy I feel when I see somebody leaves a comment on my videos. And if you like my content, please subscribe and turn your notifications on. And until next time, fam, remember, just be yourself and you'll be awesome. Peace out!